welcome to another jewelry making video brought to you by keepsakecrafts.net. Today we're going to be making yet another wire wrapped pair of earrings, but where often the wire plays a supporting role or a background role, today we're going to make it more of a star player. So to make these earrings you will need 2 ear wires, and these are ones I made myself, but you can use purchased ear wires. And you'll need some wire. This is sterling silver filled, half hard 22 gauge wire. You can also use dead soft. It's a little bit easier to manipulate. You'll need for tools round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, and wire cutters, and possibly a file. And you'll also need a bench block or an anvil and a chasing hammer. The beads I'm using today are these 18 by 8 millimeter long oval beads, and then these crackled 8 millimeter round beads, but use whatever you like that you have. So to start, we're going to first make our own head pin for these longer beads. Start with a 6.5 inch piece of wire and use the very tips of your round nose pliers to make a very small loop. Make it as small as possible, and then you can also squish it a little to make it even smaller. Once you get the first loop made, switch to chain nose pliers to make a spiral. And the reason we use chain nose pliers is that the round nose pliers will often mar the wire. But as long as you have chain nose pliers, non-serrated, they won't mar the wire. So we're just going to wrap around that loop one full turn. And then once you've come around once, grab it with chain nose pliers right below the spiral and bend it back so that it's centered over the wire like a lollipop. And then we'll bring in our bench block and a hammer and just flatten that a bit. And if you like, you can take the round end and make a hammered texture. Then you go ahead and slide on your bead, and this is very similar to other wrapped loops we've made in the past. Bend the wire at a 90-degree angle. Tuck in your round nose pliers to make a loop. Reposition so you can finish the loop. And then hold that loop with chain nose pliers. And now we've got this wonderful long piece of wire to do messy wraps. And so we'll just kind of fill that in. And this looks really good if you patina it with liver of sulfur. And the messy wraps here function really as another element in the bead, another interest. And then you can just go ahead and trim off that wire and tuck in the tail end. And there's the one bead finished. For our 8 millimeter beads, you need to cut a 4.5 inch piece of wire and then make a 90-degree bend 2 inches from one end. Use your round nose pliers to make a loop. Reposition the pliers, finish the loop so the wires end up 90-degree angles from each other. Go ahead and twist that loop open just a little bit so you can slide it onto the loop that you just made for the other bead. And then use chain nose pliers to close that loop and to hold it. And you're going to start by making a single wrap, just one. And if you can, actually I'm going to hold this a little as far down as I can manage on my pliers. Because what I'm doing here, I'm doing it differently than normal. Usually you're wrapping down this wire. But what I'm doing here, I'm using the edge of my pliers to make a spiral. And so we're just basically, we're making this wire into a bead cap. And then I'm just going to trim off that little bit of wire, tuck in the end, and if the end won't tuck real well, you can use a file. I'll do that later to file that down. Then you can slide on your bead, and you can push that wire down a little if you like so that it makes a bead cap on top of your bead. Then go ahead and make sure that that bead is right up against that spiral, and then bend the wire down at a 90-degree angle right against the bead. Tuck your round nose pliers in there, make a loop, reposition, make another loop, and then in this case actually we can form the spiral against the bead. Like we formed it against the pliers, now we can form it against the bead. So you can see you have the wire making a bead cap. Go ahead and trim and file the wire as before. And then the last step is to open up the loop of your ear wire. Insert the loop of your top bead. Close it up, and there you go. So here's another look at our finished earrings. Now if you like the look of bright shiny silver, then stop right here. And there you go, you're all set. If you like more of an antiqued look with some depth, you can patina them with either liver of sulfur or a hard-boiled egg yolk. Look it up online, it's for real. The silver areas will get dark, and then you can polish up the high points with a pro polish pad, and you'll have the dark staying in the recesses for just a really great, interesting look. Thank you so much for watching Keepsake Crafts videos. Please be sure to click like if you like this video, and also click subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Check out my blog, keepsakecrafts.net, where I have all kinds of jewelry making and sewing and crafting ideas and inspiration. And up on the screen are 2 more videos that you might like watching. Thanks again. Have a good one. Bye-bye.